The childhood pain that never fades.
There was a time when my world was very small. A little village, a simple home. Golden fields stretching as far as my eyes could see. And at the center of my world was my mother. One day, my mother packed a small bag. She held my baby brother in her arms and left me with Grandma and my aunts. To everyone else, it seemed like an ordinary day. But to me, it became a memory that would stay in my heart for the rest of my life. I watched her walk away down the dusty village road. Nobody explained where she was going. Nobody told me when she would return. I only knew one thing: my mother was leaving. When evening came, I searched her everywhere, every room. I looked in every corner, but she wasn't there. For the first time in my life, I felt something I could not understand. My tiny heart was confused. Why had she gone? When would she come back? The questions had no answers and the tears had no end. To adults, a few days may seem short, but to a child, they can feel like forever. Each morning felt longer than the last. Every night, when everyone else was asleep, I missed her even more. The darkness seemed deeper, the silence felt heavier, and my heart felt emptier. Every day I waited for evening, because evening meant my father would come home from the farm. The sun moved slowly across the sky. The shadows grew longer. Time felt frozen. In our village, there was an elderly man named Baba Latif. Every evening, he would call people to prayer through the loudspeaker of the mosque. His voice carried a deep sadness and loneliness. For some reason, I became attached to that voice. The moment I heard the evening prayer call, standing there waiting for my father, my emotions would overflow. The sadness, the loneliness, the longing. And then I would cry. Not quietly, not softly, but with all the pain a little child could carry. Tears would stream down my face as I cried for my mother. My grandmother would come to the door and gently take me back inside. Her kindness became my shelter, but my eyes remained fixed on the road, waiting and hoping. Then finally, I would see my father, walking home from the fields, a fresh milk container in one hand, a father's love in the other. I ran as fast as my little legs could carry me. Nothing else mattered. The moment he lifted me into his arms, my pain seemed lighter. I would cry into his shoulder and tell him everything I could. Every hurt, every tear, every fear, every lonely moment. I wished my father or anyone at all could see the pain I was carrying inside. Deep down, I felt that no one truly understood what I was going through. Everyone tried to quiet my tears, but no one seemed to understand the hidden pain behind them. Sometimes, a child's tears trouble the adults around them, and all they want is for the crying to stop. But when a child finally falls silent, people often assume that everything is all right. They don't see the pain that remains, the pain that cannot be seen, spoken, or even explained. A quiet child is not always a healed child. Sometimes it simply means they have learned to suffer in silence. After dinner, my father would head to the farm to secure and watch over the buffaloes for the night. I wouldn't see him again until the next evening. Every night I wished he could stay. But no matter how much I hoped, he always had to leave. The village became silent. The stars filled the sky, and another long night began. Day after day, the same routine, repeated, waiting, missing, hoping, wondering. Then one day something changed. A familiar figure appeared on the road. My mother was coming home. Everyone expected me to run to her, to cry with joy, but something unexpected had happened. While she was gone, someone else had comforted me. Someone else had held me when I cried, my grandmother. The years continued to move forward, but some childhood moments never truly leave us. As an adult, I often thought back to those days. They remained so vivid in my memory. Those few days had quietly changed my emotional world. A bond had shifted, not because there was a lack of love, but because of presence. The person who stayed with me through my pain became my source of comfort, and my little heart quietly grew attached to her. That's how children sometimes shift their attachment from their parents to someone else. A relative, a friend, a teacher, or even a stranger. And that shift can lead them toward healing or harm. Years later, I shared this memory with my mother. For the first time, she saw that day through my eyes. As I spoke, tears filled her eyes. In that moment, I realized it hadn't happened because she didn't love me, but because she had never known how deeply I had suffered. I hugged her, There was no blame, no anger, only understanding. Hearts wounded by the same memory, finally seeing each other clearly. My mother often wondered why I seemed closer to Grandma. Now I know the answer. The answer was those few days, those precious moments that can never be returned. Dear parents, if I may humbly share one heartfelt request, whenever possible, be present. Your presence is one of the greatest treasures you can give your child. Not your toys, not your gifts, not your money, but you, your voice, your hug, your smile, your touch. And sometimes, the most powerful words a child never says are, "I just wanted my mom." Thank you so much for joining us today. If you've had a similar childhood experience, please share it in the comments. Your testimony could help someone else learn and heal.
If this story touched your heart, please share it with the young parents. How a single moment of their presence can shape a child's entire life.